You know that feeling, right? When you buy something and it just lasts. It feels solid, it works perfectly, and it never lets you down. Then there's the other stuff, the kind that falls apart in a week. Well, what separates the two isn't magic, and it's definitely not luck.
So that's the big question. Why are some brands built to last? Why do they earn our trust and respect, sometimes for generations? Let's get into that, because the answer is actually a really powerful, deliberate strategy that can totally transform a company from the inside out.
And the secret sauce, if you will, is a discipline called quality management. You can think of it as the framework that takes a simple idea, a blueprint, and turns it into something truly brilliant and built to endure. So let's break down what that really means.
At its heart, quality management is basically a promise. It's a systematic way of making sure that what you create consistently meets, or even better, exceeds what your customers are hoping for. And the key words here are systematic and consistently. This isn't about some one-off heroic effort. It's about building a reliable process you can count on every single time.
This whole idea really stands on four main pillars. First, you've got planning. That's where you design quality in from the very start. Then comes assurance, which is all about making sure your processes can actually deliver on that plan. After that is control, where you're inspecting the final result to catch anything that's off. And finally, and this is a big one, improvement. This is the pillar that makes sure you never, ever stand still.
And that fourth pillar, improvement, is where things get really interesting. It holds one of the most powerful ideas in business, a concept from Japan called Kaizen. This is where quality stops being just a checklist and starts becoming a living, breathing part of a company's culture. Kaizen, which translates to continuous improvement, is all about progress, not perfection. It's this amazing philosophy that says making tiny, consistent little changes every single day leads to huge leaps in efficiency and performance over time. It's just about getting a little bit better all the time.
And you can really see the difference in mindset here. The old way of doing things is to wait for a disaster, then try to fix it with some big, super risky, and crazy expensive overhaul. But the Kaizen way, it's a much smarter, lower-risk path where every single person is encouraged to make small improvements every single day. It's genuine evolution, not a painful revolution.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but does it actually work in the real world? Oh, you bet it does. Just look at the gold standard, the Toyota way. It's a total masterclass in putting quality management and Kaizen into action.
I mean, stop and really think about this for a second. In pretty much any other factory on Earth, stopping the production line is a complete catastrophe. But at Toyota, it's considered a heroic act. That one policy just shows you the incredible trust the company puts in its people, making every single person a guardian of quality. So what Toyota did, and this was just brilliant, was to fuse two incredibly powerful ideas. They went all in on total quality management, or TQM, the idea that quality isn't just one department's problem, it's everyone's job. And they combined that with the Kaizen philosophy of constant, employee-led improvement.
And would you believe it? The results speak for themselves. By catching tiny errors the moment they happened, not at the end of the line, Toyota just slashed its waste and expensive rework. This commitment is what turned them into one of the most respected car companies in the world, known for top-tier quality and a culture where everyone feels accountable and is always innovating.
The Toyota story is incredible, but what's the big takeaway for the rest of us? I mean, why should a philosophy from a Japanese car factory matter to you? Let's boil it all down.
It really comes down to a simple but super powerful formula. When you put your focus squarely on quality, the payoff is happier customers. It's that simple. When you actually empower your employees, you unlock this incredible wave of innovation and ownership. And when you commit to always improving, you just systematically cut down on waste, rework, and costs. It's a beautiful, self-reinforcing cycle.
So look, if there's just one thing you remember from all of this, let it be this. Real, lasting quality isn't something you check for at the very end. It's something you build into every single step of the process, from that very first spark of an idea all the way to the final moment it reaches your customer.
And that brings everything right back home, to you, right now. This is how you can bring the incredible power of Kaizen into your own world. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. The question is simple. What is one small, tiny improvement that you could make today?